Hey, it's Dr. Bob Flower, and it's Thursday, November 1st. We're slightly delayed here. Uh, Sandy blew us a kiss, too. Thank God for generators. But I hope everybody is well and safe and surviving. This is a throwback to the 30s and 40s, when we didn't have television. But in any event, let's look at how the Mr. Pattern did last week. Our call for a major move on the 22nd actually occurred on the 23rd, 280 point drop on the market. Our oil call was right smack dead square on. We said it was going to happen immediately that day or the next day, and indeed it took. I think it was a $5 a gallon plus hit, and we are now waiting for silver to make a bounce here. We're thinking about maybe tomorrow. It looks like tomorrow. And of course, the big thing is the election. And what does the master pattern have to say about the election? Well, I am not ready yet. I know it's only 4 or 5 days away, but I'm not ready yet to make a more definitive call, and I don't know if I really can using the master pattern. Uh, it's a lot of work. But let me say this: it appears that what may happen is that Romney may end up with the popular vote, and the electoral college may end up conceivably in a tie, or so close, that it's going to take months, months for it to be legally worked out. Um, and I'm talking about, like into January. Um, I'll give you a clearer picture, I hope, by Monday. I would say this without the master pattern, my own observations as a political consultant over the years. Whoever has the momentum going into an election, even if they're down, uh, they generally win. For the most part, they win. Uh, so, I mean, it would appear that Romney, in that respect, does have it. And I got to tell you, I never seen the pattern. The master pattern has patterns going every which way on this, and I can't really pick a discernible pattern to say this is it. Uh, it and it seems like there's a very, very strong possibility that this is going to be a blowout, and Romney's going to end up, you know, just killing the president. I mean, like when I say a blowout, I'm talking about like 52 and a half to 47 and a half, that type of thing. Okay, so again, it's I would not bet any money on the outcome, but it certainly does look like Romney will win a popular vote. Whether he wins the electoral college or not is going to be questionable. There's a lot of stuff going on, hanky panky going on in Ohio and of course Illinois. Surprise! And Florida too. Some machines keep coming up Obama, but he's not going to win Florida. The state that may end up doing the winning or the losing, believe it or not, you ready? Arizona. I'm afraid that Romney's not paying attention in Arizona, and there's a chance he may lose it. And if he loses Arizona, that could throw everything into a cocked hat and cost him maybe cost him the election. So keep that in mind. So where are we going from here? Um, I don't like the market. I know the market is rallying big today, and I think that it may be. I think it'll rally tomorrow too, and that may be an indication that a lot of people feel that Romney is going to win. So you might see somewhat of a hold here, or an advance in anticipation of Tuesday. But the fundamentals don't look good. They don't. They just don't look good, and that doesn't mean that Obama's going to win, necessarily. But it does mean that that things are getting worse and worse with unemployment. Overall unemployment, get this, in Europe, up to almost 12%. I mean, you're just asking for big, big trouble, guys. They keep trying to pass this legislation, these regulations over there, these bailouts, but they're forgetting about the people. The people don't want to hear it. And, first they promised them everything, and now they're taking it away. Well, the old political game, it always comes home to roost, and right now the rooster is crowing. Um, and with us, the unemployment numbers, which have been fudged, as we can now see, um, are going to come out really ugly. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that unemployment rate back up over 8% within the next, right after the election, of course, 30 to 45 days afterwards. Um, I'm told that things are picking up again in real estate. I could see it myself in the investment real estate. Um, Offices are not they're not coming back. Office real estate is kind of holding their own. Retail is down. Retail is definitely down, um, and taking a hit. I mean, properties that were going for $30 a square foot are down to $21, $22 a square foot. I mean, that's a big hit. That's 30%. Um, but your investment properties, if you're buying them right and you've got good financing, uh, it's a great time. We're about to embark on a development for 40 condominiums and some commercial space, and I just think that it's real because I can get 3% financing, for like 30 years. So that's how do you turn something like that down? It makes everything viable. But I don't think that this is going to last like this. I think our rates. I think you're going to see some uh, real disasters with these rates. I mean, the market pressures for money are starting to grow dramatically. I mean, not only in the world scale, but locally. People can't make it. They can't borrow, and they don't have the revenues or the assets to generate capital. Forget about capital. How about survival funds? Um, and that's where we're at. And I'm sure I'm not telling a lot of you anything you don't already know, um, except that um, I do see different pockets, different avenues of profitability of work coming up, and I'd like to talk to you about that right after the election, because right now it depends on how the election goes. And I know some of you don't think that that's the case, but it does. When you have business people in control, you go one way. When you have um, uh, socialistic, um, you know, uh, lower income type control, then you go another way, right? So I'm gonna postpone that for after the election, and explain to you where I think that uh, money can be made for a small guy. You know, how can we get in there and make some good bucks, all right? We're going to do our best to broadcast on Monday, November 5th, and we'll see what we're going to have for the market. And I think the market, watch the market today, tomorrow, and Monday, and see see what it brings, and if you see this rally continue, then you know that the sentiment definitely is going towards Romney. If it starts to drop off dramatically between now and next Tuesday, then you're going to see that as well. Watch your silver. Good time to be in there now. I mean, I don't think that you're going to see silver any lower than 29.60, somewhere around there. Um, if it does drop off here, but I think tomorrow's going to be a good day, and let's see what if it does by any chance drop down to around that level. Bye bye bye, and bye 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 until Monday. Have a good one.